Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Thinks.
We're back, man. Episode 429.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Before we get into it, first of all, happy Father's Day and happy first Father's Day to Keith.
Oh, appreciate
This
it, man.
is the first Father's Day that Keith is a dad.
Yeah, man.
He burped really loud earlier, and I remind him he is turning into Homer Simpson. So I think this is how it starts, right?
Starts with the burps.
Yeah. So anybody out there with kids, or you're a father in any capacity or stepdad, God bless you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it takes a lot of leadership, man. Even times you may not want to lead at times. You might be tired, or you guys are working endless hours. Mm-hmm. You're the guy that your family calls on to check to see what that noise was at night.
Yeah.
You're the guy that they get to open that pickle jar when nobody else can open it. You're the guy that kills the roach or the spider that's on the wall. You're the guy that gets the cat out of the tree because the fire department won't come get him out. So thank you, Dad, for doing what you do.
Nah, them 2026 cats is different.
What, are they trans?
They get at... I don't know about that. They get out of the tree on their own. They climb up the tree and get out the tree on their own. They ain't even... Yeah,
these cats are so manipulative.
Mm-hmm.
Cats are the most manipulative feline creatures of all time. They will stand there and look at you like pitiful. Yeah, cats are they're not loyal either. Like, I've seen
not at all.
I've seen some people have cool cats though. Like the cats just chill and like you be like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And the cat will give you a little paw like, "What's up?" But other people's cats, they look at you, they run away. Just not very social creatures.
Yeah, I'm
not a cat hater, by the way.
There's like a elementary school book, I think, that talks about how this cat is like going from house to house and eating and stuff like that. But there be like a lot of cats in real life that do that.
Yeah.
They have like 3 or 4 different houses, 3 or 4 different people that take care of them. They eating good at all these different places.
I was chopping it up with your wife, and she was telling me that your father-in-law got a cat that be doing that.
Yeah, he does.
Like it's a neighbor that like
Dodger.
Oh, Dodger. Yep. Yeah. Dodger be coming over there eating and sitting on the couch and whatnot.
Yeah, he be in the crib for sure.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it started off as just like the cat might have just ended up in the backyard or something, and then there's an official owner, but he kind of got like step families, I guess. And my father-in-law, he be taking care of it. He be chilling with it. They got pictures together. He be in the house. like what in the world?
Yeah, your father-in-law lied to me though, bro. I remember we was playing pool, and I was like, "Oh, you be playing?" He's like, "Nah, not too often, man. Just a little bit, here and there."
Try to hustle you,
man. That nigga whooped my ass 4 games straight. Then I go in the house, he got a trophy for fucking pool.
Yeah. He's really good at playing pool. He took he's on I think it's like an amateur club type of situation. Yeah, so they play every year. They have like different tournaments and stuff that they'll do, and they got a team and stuff like that.
And I think what made me want to quit was not the fact that he was whooping me at that last game, but it's the fact that like he missed a shot. And I could tell it was on purpose. I'm like, nah, nigga, don't have mercy on me now.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shoot, I missed a shot. I'm like, damn well you didn't mean to
extend the game.
Yeah, damn well you tried to miss that shot. That's funny. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Ant, man. Mm-hmm. All right, let's switch gears. Let's get into it. Switching gears. Obviously, FIFA World Cup is in full swing, but a lot of people are coming to the United States eating American cuisine for the first time, and they're losing their fucking minds. Mm-hmm. You got people like, oh, I never knew Popeye's chicken was this great. Like, I never knew. I mainly eat beans on toast. That's normally what I get in fizzy wiggets. But this here is something that is masterful. The biscuit, the crispiness of the biscuit is so exquisite, and I was smitten that I have eaten it, and I'm so glad that I found the American cuisine. And then it'd be like a Korean person, they eating like Waffle House, like, who the waffle? The waffle! You're like, wow, it's so cool to see this. Mm-hmm. But yeah, here's like a little slide of them going crazy over American food. It's actually really cool to see.
I'm in America for the World Cup and trying Chick-fil-A for the first time. Are we? Oh my days.
Oh my days.
Oh my days. American! First bite, man. Guys, I'm in America, and I call. I've been hearing about Waffle House. This is fucking nuts. I gotta be. Neither the Canadian nor the English brain can comprehend this at this moment in time. Wow. This sandwich was made by the Lord himself. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's nuts. So I mean, you get the gist of it. The Canadians is like, I can't believe this. I'm used to Canadian bacon, but this is different. This smokehouse, I never heard of the smokehouse before. Like, oh wow. See, here's the thing. I understand that these people from other countries have discovered our food, right? And normally the conversation was like, why are Americans so fucking fat? Why are they so bludgeon fat? Now you know. Okay? Also, a lot of the ingredients that we use in the United States are banned in other countries. So good luck with that gut health, buddy. Good luck with that. You need to discover Pepto-Bismol because you're going to need it. You're going to be at the World Cup shitting your pants. Like, Waffle House, stomach just fucking on fire.
We won't got bidets either, so it's going to be all bad for them English people.
Yeah, it's like, you guys don't have anything for me to wipe my ass. Where's your water? You ain't got no water over here. What's going on? It's like, you got Australians over here mad. It's like, you lucky we're not in my house. I would have had a fucking kangaroo come out here and beat your ass. You're like, what?
That's crazy.
You know, some of those kangaroos are violent in Australia.
Yeah, I've seen him like fighting humans and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. There was one that was so big that he had like his hands looked like fists, but they had like a claw effect at the end. And he was like throwing punches.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I would not feel bad throwing a punch at a fucking kangaroo because they just too big.
Yeah.
There's two animals that kind of frighten me a little bit that aren't like traditional big scary animals, and that's the kangaroo and it's not a flamingo. I think it's an ostrich.
Oh yeah, ostrich.
Oh, their fucking legs are massive.
Yeah, and they run like 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, and they'll jump and kick you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
I seen somebody cook an ostrich leg before.
And they're big as fuck.
Yeah, they was eating that mug like it was a chicken leg.
Yeah, they look like a turkey with longer legs. Like a big old turkey. But people eat ostrich eggs all the time.
Yeah.
They're massive. Have you seen them? Ostrich eggs big as fuck. Some people eat them from breakfast and eat them like scrambled eggs.
Yeah, you be eating that all day.
Yeah, one egg is probably a 12-pack.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I ate a dozen eggs at once.
Yeah.
I've gotten a new egg tolerance for not intolerance, but if I eat more than 3 eggs for breakfast, my stomach be super crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be like super gassy, like bad, sulfur. Because when you eat eggs, you're eating sulfur. So whenever I see like, it'll be like some gym video or some chick like, okay, like this is what I eat in a day. And you look at her plate, she got 5 eggs. You be like, oh, no.
You know she gassy.
Sweetheart, I know you be in the gym in the corner by yourself.
Just farting.
That's what I would urge men. Not only to leave women alone when they're in there working out by themselves, but don't go to the corner of the gym and talk to them because they over there farting. They over there farting for sure. They doing RDLs and they doing some fart DLs for sure. Yeah, they doing
on a stair climber, letting it go.
They doing a fart climber. Oh yeah, they big time. Especially when you see a woman that's like you could look at her and tell like, oh yeah, she definitely works out. Worst farts in American history.
Yeah,
worst.
She eating
farts.
A lot of protein as well.
Oh yeah, the protein is throwing that gut off big time. It's like, oh my God, I'm like so bloated. I'm like, oh yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. That's my cue to leave. Yeah, but as far as the foods are concerned, I hope that they're okay because as an American, I've reduced a lot of the shit. Now let's be very clear here. I still be eating fucked up time to time. Yesterday I ate real fucked up. I went to a burger spot over in Burbank called The Melt. It was really good yesterday. But everything they made, you could tell it was from whole products. The beef, the cheese, like everything. It was like an upscale burger spot. It was really good, and the fries were fresh. They used like some like dill. I think they used like chopped dill. They put on the fries. I've never had it like that, but
that's interesting.
It was really good, man. It was really good food, but it was real food without the bullshit.
Yeah.
But if you go to McDonald's, man, you're probably going to end up eating laundry detergent.
That's what LA is good for, like having something traditional and then they just add their own. Because it'd be like real chefs that studied in France and stuff like that that'll come back and open a restaurant. But it'd be just a burger joint, but they just bring that exotic flavor. Yeah, where they put like certain, like I said, dill and maybe like a Dijon mustard sauce or something, and then do their thing.
He's like, yes, I make the burger. What I have here is a burger from France. Normally, the France, the Dijon is something from my great grandfather from 1796. It was the first time we take a meatball and we split it in half and make bun out of it. That's basically what we sell to you. He's like, that we give you culture in every meal, and then you be thinking you just eating a burger, nigga, but they're like the grandfather. You're like, oh man,
there's like a whole lineage to it.
This nigga's related to Pepe Le Pew. Are you related to that skunk, sir? Oh man, just like that is racist. Okay, well, yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, man, go ahead and go to TikTok, man. There's literally infinite videos of Koreans, and I think the dopest one was when I think South Korea was in Mexico. And the Mexicans had them turned up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mexico, the Mexicans had them turned up. They had them drinking tequila shots and eating tacos and shit.
Yeah.
It was a Korean dude eating a torta.
Yeah.
He's like, torta, yeah. I'm like, this shit is so crazy.
It's actually really cool to see. I think, I don't know, like, when's the last time America has been the host for the World Cup, but I think it's really cool to see just different people here that have never been to America or haven't really experienced our culture outside of YouTube and different things like that. There was one guy I seen on the news, and they were just kind of outside. They might have been in like Philadelphia or something like that. And then they was like, "Hey man, like come over for an interview." Like, what's up? He was like, "I don't speak English that good."
Oh, the black, I seen that.
And then he was like, "I'm excited," and they was going crazy.
Yeah. He was from Japan, I think, and the interviewer, the journalist was the black woman, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
or a black dude or something like that. But yeah,
no, it was a black woman, and then she was like, "Are you excited?" He's like, "I am excited."
Yeah.
That was so cool. The very little English he spoke was like enough for him to have like the interview.
Yeah. Yep.
That's super cool, man.
I'm like, I'd be wondering, like, how are these people affording to travel like this? Because they're like, some of them are traveling with their countries. Because like you were saying, sometimes the country might play here and then they might play there, and it's like a whole thing. So
I can tell you, like, I don't know, but what I can tell you is there's a gang of Japanese people that Dodger baseball games now. Like a lot.
Yeah.
And some of them don't speak English. So I'm assuming that a lot of them are from the motherland. They probably moved out here. But you know what else, too? They've made it affordable because near the stadium, there's Japanese families that own some homes right there. So they do like this like housewarming thing where they have, or not housewarming, they have a thing where basically if you come from Japan, you could live there. And I thought it was really cool. And it's not too far from Dodger Stadium. So they go over there, they stay, and they eat and stuff and chill, and then they go walk around the corner to the game.
That's dope.
There was a couple Japanese people right in front of me last night at the game, and it's like, Shohei, let's go Shohei. Some of the only English they know. Let's go Shohei. I think I posted the home run from last night.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And it's like, go Shohei, let's Shohei. Bam! He hit the fuck out that ball.
Yeah.
I think what's dope about Dodger Stadium, or the fans in general, is the melting pot. It almost feel like the World Cup because you got Japanese, you got Mexicans, you got we got white people there, and I think black is probably the least that's in the stadium because like black people don't have the highest interest in baseball, but there's some there for sure. But it'd be like, "Hey dog, hey, you get the beer full? All right, blah blah, homie, like whatever." And then you turn around the corner and it's like, you want some one?
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
Yeah. Shohei definitely brought.
And then you see like a white woman come up. Can you tell Tanner to get the ice, please? Tell Tanner to get the ice. So you got these different cultures blending, sitting in watching the Dodgers.
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of Japanese influence on the team, obviously.
Yeah, Eddie, a real Dodger fan, when he turned the World Cup conversation into a Dodgers conversation.
I mean, it's pretty close. You got close. Mexico and Japan in there for sure. You got Mexico, Japan, and the U.S. Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, Van Lathan was at the game last night.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they zoomed in and Van was like, "Hey,
that's dope." Yeah,
I wanted if I see Van, I want to hit him with the same thing he told Kanye, and be like, "Brother, what you said is the absence of thought."
Yeah,
my brother, I am upset.
I think the U.S. is doing pretty good. I don't know when they play next, but we're doing pretty good as far as the World Cup goes. So I'm excited to see what we can pull off. If we are able to pull that off on our home turf, that'd be dope. Especially on the men's side, because the men have historically not been that great, especially recently. So if we can get up there and make something happen, that'd be dope.
Absolutely. Let's switch gears. Switching gears. I forgot to mention this at the top, but rest in peace, Tay Keith. The producer, Tay Keith, is very well known. If you've ever heard a song, which I'm sure you have, and it start off, Tay Keith, fuck these niggas up. That was him as a producer. He produced for a lot of artists, and Drake being probably one of the most well known. But I say probably the most well known song he produced for Drake was like, what's the one? Look Alive, Look Alive. Dun, 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 dun. That shit was fire. But you said that came out in 2018 or 19?
2018.
Yeah, that was a fire. I think it's called Look Alive is the name of the song.
Yeah, Look Alive with Black Boy JB.
6 out Black Boy, 6 by Black Boy. Woo!
Yeah.
Why? That was fire. But rest in peace to him, man. He's only 29 years old. The cause of death has not been said yet. I don't know what it is. Some people are making insinuations that I've seen. Somebody's like, yo, I never knew you was hurting, man. I didn't know you was hurting like that. So that's kind of insinuating suicide. And I don't know if that's what he did or not. Right? But if he did, it goes to show you that when you have it all, you probably don't have it all. You can, you look at different people who have lost their lives, and I'm not trying to insinuate that he took his life. I'm just trying to say that if he did, you could give numerous examples of people who seemed great, like Robin Williams, and he wasn't. He was hurting. When you think of, I forgot his real name, but the famous Jet Jackson. You remember his real name?
No, I don't.
Yeah. But anybody that watched like the famous Jet Jackson, let me see here. I'll look it up. I don't want to, famous Jackson.
It's terrible if somebody, if that is a situation, passing away because of that during Men's Mental Health Month.
Oh, man,
That's kind of tragic.
Yeah, absolutely. Lee Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a year older than me, or was. So it's like, man, this guy would still be young now. That's the thing that's crazy about this shit, man. So sad. There was a woman that was she worked in a coroner's office, right? And she has a TikTok that's really popular, and she talked about like deaths of people that were celebrities. She's not disclosing any names or anything, but the way she like describes it, people are in the comments and they're saying the names. And they know who it is. And that she described Jet Jackson or Lee Thompson. She described his with saying
Lee
it was
Thompson Young.
Yeah, Lee Thompson Young. Yeah, she described Lee Thompson Young, and she stated that it was a very clean death, meaning that it was an exit wound and just a little splash on the wall.
Damn.
It wasn't like she's seen before where a person does that. And it's everywhere. She said that when it happens, and I don't want to get too, but this is what she said as a coroner, that whenever it's everywhere, they have to collect every single sample. So they have to go into the place and they have to like take it off the walls. They have to take it off the carpet. They gotta put it in a bag. And I'm like, oh my God.
Just for evidence or?
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna tell you something too. I think I mentioned it to you guys before, but I need you guys to really listen to me. If you're ever on the freeway and you see EMTs on the freeway, divert your eyes somewhere else. Don't try to look and see what they're doing, especially if they got bags in their hands. That means they're collecting fingers, eyes, noses, ears, and they're getting them off the highway. Literally. Okay, and I'm going to tell you this, bro. I put this on God. I put this in my right hand. I'm not playing. This is about 2 years ago. I was headed to Riverside, and I went the back way because there was a problem on 210. And I was headed down 138, and EMT was on the freeway, and there was a fire truck that was like putting people at an angle, so they went around the scene. They had a yellow bag, a yellow tarp over a dude. I just seen a shoe that was in the road by itself, and then I seen the person that was tarped. The wind was blowing. The wind blew up, and the dude was decapitated. Swear to God. And I seen the silhouette of the decapitation and turned my motherfucking head the other way.
Yeah.
That's not the first time I seen some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, you drive long enough, you see shit like that, and it's like, bro, the amount of death I seen as a truck driver in 11 years, insane. That's why I don't play with people on the freeway, dog.
Not at all.
This shit is serious. Remember, a lot of that Facebook and all that other stuff could wait.
Yeah, that's a lot of times. That's what it be.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
because even like those with some of those situations, like even if you do get into an accident, you're conscious enough to like try to protect yourself in some capacity. But yeah, if you sometimes it'd be like somebody literally looking down and then boom.
Yeah.
So, they flying out their car.
You got a chick that's sending you nudes and whatnot. You trying to drive home, because she talking about, she want to hang out. She's sending you those nudes. You ain't never going to get to see them titties if you die.
Yeah, you got to stay alive to see the titties.
You got to stay alive to see the titties, man. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How do we get there?
Yeah. Rest in peace to Tay Keith. Tay Keith was a person who he came like around that 2018. I think he was probably bubbling probably a little earlier. Yeah. In Memphis over there, but one, he had one of the hardest taglines.
He did.
So he kind of like he had a dope progression where he was able to produce for Beyonce and obviously Drake and a bunch of popular artists and stuff like that. He was also a person that got his bachelor's degree. He was in college at Middle Tennessee State while he was still producing like big hits, and people was like recognizing him on campus and stuff like that. So I think that's amazing and it's unfortunate.
Tay Keith got definitely one of the dopest producer tags, but it's so many I could think of. Another one that's actually dope, but it's underrated. Is like, listen to these tracks, bitch.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is.
I can't remember, but it's like, listen to these tracks, bitch. Another one's Mike Will made it.
Mike Will made it.
Mike Will is hard. Back in the day, it was Cannon.
DJ Don Cannon, yeah.
Yeah, that. What was another? Southern Smoke.
Yeah. It's a couple, but yeah, those are some of the hardest ones. DJ Mustard, obviously.
Murder. That one is. Murder Beats got two, don't he? Yeah, you do. Murder on the Beat, so it's not nice. He got two of them.
And then what? Oh, he got the new. Oh, okay, yeah.
He got two of them.
I like the Murder on the Beat, so it's not nice.
Murder on the Beat, so it's not nice. And then the other one is Murder. I think he might be the only one that got two of them.
Yeah. I know Jalil Beats back in the day. Jalil Beats, holla at me. Remember that one?
It was Jalil Beats? I used to always think it was Jungle Beats.
Yeah, it's not. It don't say jungle. It sounds like it say jungle, but it's
Jungle Beats, holla at me.
Yeah.
Didn't he do Young Jock?
No, not Young Jock.
He didn't do Young Jock's
producing?
producing?
He had the song Hot Nigga.
I'm sure. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm tripping.
And then some Meek Mill songs. Yeah. That was a thing like that kind of 2000. I would say that 2000, probably 2010 to 2000. Like that decade in there, that's kind of when that was like the peak of like the producer tags. Yeah. Like they still do them now, but I feel like it ain't as dope. But yeah, and some people be forcing it. I feel like it got to come natural.
It got to come natural. Yeah, they try it.
I've seen people like hire people to make them a tag. I'm like, dog,
it's just trash.
It's better when like the rapper is in the booth and he actually say your name. You know what I mean? And you just cut that part up. So I think that's dope. Like that Mustard on the Beat hoe. I don't know how that came, but YG was probably just making a song and he said that.
But that beat. Oh. Yeah, that shit go hard.
Yeah. That's dope.
Does he have 2 or just 1?
Now he got that mustard. He'd probably be clipping that up sometimes.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. What's wild about that is how fast Heinz Mustard was in on that.
Yeah.
Like after he was like, mustard, they literally had a commercial. I've never seen hip hop become that mainstream in my life.
Yeah.
To where like brands are getting next to it. And then you see the White House was literally the White House was talking about the beef with Kendrick and Drake. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot about that. By far was the biggest hip hop beef battle ever.
But that is even after the beef, right? That's GNX right there, ain't it?
It was not
that
too
song is on GNX.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not part of it. I'm just saying like he just took the beef and then he he went away from it.
This is a hot take.
Crazy.
This is a hot take, but I feel like Kendrick has the best album ever after a beef.
Oh, I don't really have anything to compare it to.
I don't have anything really. You got Life After Death with Biggie. Because I guess they had the back and forth. That was a dope ass album, but I feel like GNX, in my opinion, I feel like GNX is better. A lot of people gonna hate that take, but I do. It's some fire, and you know who the next dope ass artist like that spawned from that is freaking AZ Chike. AZ Chike about to release an album. I think it's going to be the album of the year. That's just me. Like I've heard some of his music, and obviously I'm in the truck, so I'm just finding new music all the time.
Right.
But AZ Chike, I think that he's about to release one of the dopest albums of the whole year.
Okay. I have to check that out.
Yeah. I've heard he released like a little snippet of a single. I was like, oh, this album finna be like, I feel like this album is gonna like make him whatever YG is now. That's what AZ Chike gonna be.
I heard YG's album is pretty dope too.
I didn't hear it. Yeah, I've kind of
check it out.
I low key kind of gave up on YG, man. Yeah, because he just sometimes it's just not, in my opinion, it's not that great sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just too much. It's just too gangster, man. I'm not from LA. I don't understand it. They might, if I say this and I go to LA, they might press me, man. So I got to be careful.
Yeah. Remember the press ratio?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would do the outfit, like rating the outfits.
Yeah. I would tell like gang members in Los Angeles to make sure you careful about who you press, because this is the wrong time to do it, man. Like, this is the wrong time to press the wrong dude. Like, if you a gangbanger and you press like a warehouse worker that's behind on his child support, he'll beat your ass. Like, if you going up against a warehouse worker, you gonna lose, bro. Like, because a lot of times the gang members be pressing regular people, not knowing we be giving y'all a pass. Like, y'all, you think because you a blood or you a Crip, it's a diesel mechanic that'll beat your ass.
Yeah, just because you're a gang member don't mean you got hands.
Yeah, don't mean you got hands, and it doesn't make you tougher. It's a dude right now that is behind on his child support. He a diesel mechanic. He got oil on his hands, and you like, where you from, nigga? And he like, hey man, leave me alone, bro. I'm not on that. He's like, nigga, I said where you from. He like, I just got through working on his truck, man. He's like, nigga, what truck? Nigga, from where? Nigga, where? He's like, look, man. He gonna put his tools down. He gonna put his toolbox down and just start beating your ass. Yeah, you don't want that.
That's funny.
All right. Switching gears. Recently, Josh Hokit. Josh Hokit won his fight at UFC 250, the anniversary. And the first thing he did was get up on stage and say, oh, he didn't say it immediately. That's the last thing he said. He said, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America? And people was like booing and laughing and like, what? At the same time, right? And here's my thing. In the history of the United States, there's been 54 first ladies, and there's only been one to be called a man. And the issue I have with it ultimately is I don't agree with any punching down on women, for one, but you're doing it to a black woman that has not been in office in nearly 10 years. You, my friend, have an obsession.
Right.
You, my friend, are a racist piece of shit. And whenever black people say something racist, y'all don't like to listen. But I have a question. Where is the smoke for all the other first ladies? They'll be like, well, we talk about Hillary. It's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, like y'all don't like Hillary. I get it, and sometimes she's not that likable, right? Especially with the hot sauce and stuff like that. But the like as a man, just bringing up a woman unsolicited, it's a problem. And the reason why I mention this is because it's right on par with that Chud the Builder guy that's walking up to black people that are minding their black business, and he's like, "Look at this nigga right here. Are you chimping out? Like, you gonna chimp out on us, man?" And it's like, bro, black people minding their business, and you bringing them up for no reason.
Right.
That's a fucking problem. Mm-hmm. That's a fucking problem. And the thing about it is George Bush Jr. didn't have the best presidency. You know what I'm saying? He had Hurricane Katrina and 9/11 under his watch.
Yeah.
But guess what? I don't got nothing to say about him. I ain't got nothing to say about the first lady. Nothing. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, like, I don't think as I can speak as me and Keith as black men, like outside of like the Erica Kirk skit that Drewski did, collectively we don't look for white women to punch down on. We don't just sit around and be like, fucking Sandra Bullock's a whore.
Yeah.
Well, fucking Sydney Sweeney's she's a slut. We don't do that fucking shit. You know why? Because we're not obsessed with people. Yeah. Y'all need to cut it the fuck out. I'm calling y'all out. I'm talking to racist white men. I'm not talking to white men. I'm talking to you racist motherfuckers that don't want to act like you racist. Like, I'm not being racist, man. I just don't like Michelle Obama. No, you a racist piece of shit. You bringing up somebody that hasn't been in office in 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That's weird.
It's weird. And calling him a man and believing it. You know how many motherfuckers I had to delete from my social media from this shit? Because y'all think it's funny? Mm-hmm. I can't let you get away with disrespecting black women in this. That's it. And the reason why is not because this is an isolated incident. We've only had one black president. Y'all called him the Antichrist. Mm-hmm. You called her a man. Like, dog, this shit ain't normal. We know what you really want to say. I'd rather somebody be openly racist than do this. I don't have at least we know who you are if you do that. But you got the nerve to do this, and then you got the nerve to say, I'm a Christian, I believe in my Christian values, and then you go around and call Michelle Obama a man at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, what's Christian about that?
Yeah. I will say, to go back to what you're saying, technically George W. Bush is not a junior. He's just, because his dad they don't have the same exact name. So it's George H.W. Bush and then George W. Bush. But yeah, I think that this is like, it's almost not even funny anymore. No, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a point, yeah, like it never was. But but there's a point where like, I feel like it was so out of bounds and so out of just so random that there were like certain people who actually came out and spoke about it. You know what I mean? Like, they asked Dave Portnoy. He came out and said, you know, he didn't really care for the comment, and said
Shane Gillis
said something. So I think it's interesting. Like, it's different. I feel like it's different even if Barack is in office, right? You might have more of a disdain towards him because he might be doing certain policies that you don't like, and he's a Democrat or whatever. But you're talking about, what'd you say, it's been 8 years or 10 years?
It's been almost 10.
It's been 10 years since they've been in office, and they're not even really in the public like that. Mm-mm. Like, they pop up during elections. You know, they pop up on.
Obama just released he just opened up like a gallery.
So Michelle has her podcast where she does, but she's not bothering nobody.
No.
And I feel like, honestly, the best response, and she always says, what she say, when they go low, we go high, or whatever. But in reality, she just killing them with success.
She need to sue.
The Barack Obama, the Presidential Center, it officially opened on June 19th.
Right.
It said following a star-studded dedication ceremony the previous day, located in the historic Jackson Park on the south side of Chicago, the $850 million project spans a vibrant 19.3-acre campus designed by the Obama Foundation to serve as a hub for community, leadership, civic engagement, rather than a traditional research archives library. So he calling her a man, mind you, they just killing them with success. You know what I mean? So that's what I appreciate about that. Even if you go back and watch the speeches, she is a person that like always bigs up. You know, there was all these rumors about them getting a divorce and whatever. But whatever, she just took that opportunity to like uplift him and just, you know, really speak life into him in that moment. So I really appreciate that.
I just think they're like, what's crazy too is the reason why I have an issue with this is because this is not a one-off. I've seen people in the comments and there's a common denominator. There's a common denominator, and it'll be like Angel Reese. Like I've seen so much hate directed towards her. Mm-hmm. Like she's ugly and she's not a good player. She's ugly and she looks like a man. And I see that. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you guys, I'm noticing a trend here. They did the same with Serena Williams. They do the same with Asia Wilson. Mm-hmm. They just calling like black women men. Mm-hmm. And I'm not cool with that shit at all. I don't look for white women to punch down on. Y'all need to cut it the fuck out. It's flat out racism, dog. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about it is, I said, I was some people, we'll talk about Juneteenth here in a minute, but somebody will say anything about Juneteenth, and there's people like, this fake woke holiday, what a joke. Doesn't make any sense. And it's like, what?
Yeah. I'm not mad at no holiday.
No.
It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You know what's crazy too? The same motherfuckers, not only from this administration, but the same people that support the red dude, these motherfuckers will be like, I don't want politics in my sports. I don't want politics in my sports. And turn around and had a fucking fight at the White House. And y'all cool with it because you got a dick in your mouth. I can't stand these motherfuckers. Same people that was mad at Colin Kaepernick. Oh, these wokes taking a knee, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, dog, like, the only fundamental difference is he's a different hue than you. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. And it just makes me sick when you can't admit it. You got the nerve to say you're not a racist, but look at you. Look what you're doing, bro. You got an obsession problem. Mm-hmm. You obsessed with everything black people doing. We don't sit around worried about what the fuck y'all doing. We don't do that, bro. I got love for white people, but the racist ones, y'all can fuck off. I don't want you listening to this podcast. I don't want you on any platform of mine. Get the fuck out. If you don't like black people, don't listen to me. Get away from me. Don't smile in my face, because some of y'all do that. I've known some people over the years, old teammates, and I see the shit they subscribe to. I'm like, I just shook your hand at the grocery store. And that's how you feel about me? Delete it. Blocked. I don't walk around with that type of hate in my heart, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't move like that. So the thing about it is, I don't claim to be a perfect man, but I don't hate nobody. I sleep good at night knowing that I don't hate nobody. I just don't like racist motherfuckers. And it's more than just white people being racist. Let's be very motherfucking clear. Mm-hmm. You got other people of color throwing rocks, which don't make no sense. I don't even understand that. Mm-hmm. But I'll wrap this conversation up by saying, I genuinely hope that on Judgment Day, whenever you pass away and you think you're gonna go to heaven, they're gonna sit your ass down in a waiting room, and then they're gonna say, hey, can you come to the front? Okay. We see you've been going to church every day, right? We've been seeing you praising the Lord, but right here you said you hated Muslims. What's this about? Oh, we heard you said you hated Juneteenth. It was a woke holiday and you don't like black people. What's this about? Mm-hmm. A lot of people go to church every week, multiple times a week, and you still hateful, bro. I don't understand it. Mm-hmm. I ain't been to church in a minute myself, but I just don't get how y'all playing with God like that. That's somebody you should not play with, bro.
Yeah.
I know better than that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, bro. I think obviously, clearly I'm frustrated by it. But I typically am not frustrated by these things because I just let it blow by me. But this was frustrating because some men mistake cruelty as strength. That's not how it is to be a man. If me and Keith just sitting here and all of a sudden we just bring up a woman that we don't like and we start talking about her, that's not very manly. Mm-hmm. That's not very manly, bro. And imagine if me and Keith just brought up random white women that's minding their business. and let's be clear, if a black man got through winning a fight and said, Martha Stewart is a slut, we'd be like, this nigga's corny. Like, literally, me and Keith, that's what we'd be on. Like, yo, we not giving you no pass because you black. You just punching down on a woman that ain't did nothing to you. But y'all are ganging up on black women as men. What a pussy. What a fucking coward.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't know if Keith has anything else to offer this conversation.
I do not.
You do not. All right, well, we'll go ahead and move on. Switching gears. Some people were frustrated with Juneteenth as a holiday. Let's be clear. I want to give a little story, right, about this guy named Bob. So there's this guy named Bob. He started working at a steel mill at the age of 22 years old. It's a back-breaking job. The conditions are bad. It's hot in there. And this guy's doing back-breaking work. He missed his daughter's first steps. You know, he shows up to like his kids' sporting events at the end of a work day with his work clothes still on because this guy's a provider. He's working for his family, right? Finally, 40 years later, at the age of 62, he retires from his job at the steel mill, right? And on that day, his wife and kids and all his coworkers come down and they celebrate this man for working for 40 years at a back-breaking job, and now he can rest. So with me stating all this, that sounds like something you should celebrate, right? That sounds like an event that should be celebrated. A man that's worked 40 years to provide his family and now he gets to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how black people feel about Juneteenth, because for 246 fucking years we were considered property. How can you tell us what we should celebrate when in actuality we should be celebrating not being property anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck are you to tell us what we should do? We just minding our black business. That's all we're doing. And the fact that people are upset at Juneteenth, you're mad that people are free? What are you mad at?
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know. Are you mad? You say it's a fake woke holiday? It's not fake. In fact, one of the most non-American things about what happened is the fact that we had been free for 2 years. And they came, where it was in Galveston, Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they showed up there. I forgot who showed up. It was it a general or somebody? I can't remember. And they stated, hey, you guys are free.
Yeah.
And we was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And we celebrated that we didn't have to be property anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's very simple, folks. It's okay to celebrate the end of something that was traumatic and caused a lot of harm. A lot of black women were subjected to cruelty in forms of assault. Hundreds of thousands of mixed race children, obviously by force. You know, and when this finally ends, it's something for us to celebrate. Now, when it comes to other cultures, regardless of if you're Polynesian or Latino or whatever you are, there's something in your culture that you celebrate because there's a historical significance as of why you do it, right? And I rock with everybody, and I think it's a beautiful thing when you guys can celebrate, even if it's like Chinese New Year, whatever it is. I'm like, oh, that's dope. I don't have nothing negative to say about any of it. Mm-hmm. I have nothing negative to say about any of it. So as a black man, it bothers me when I see people chiming in on something they should shut the fuck up about. Shut up. Nobody give a fuck about what you got to say. You celebrating July 4th. Like, who wrote that? Was it Francis Scott Key?
The national anthem?
Yeah, we were not involved. Like, we were not written. That was not written for black people. We were property back then.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, we could take it two ways. We all have different ideas of this country, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason why Juneteenth is important is because there's obviously different views concerning historical events.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. And I'll read what it says here. It says, frustration with Juneteenth stems from its translation from a community led of solemn remembrance to a federal holiday. Criticisms range from the holiday's commercialization and politicization to concerns about historical accuracy and debates over how its meaning is being taught or celebrated. And it's all about corporate co-opting and commercializing. Many people, particularly within the black community, are frustrated by rapid commercialization of the holiday. Major brands and retailers are face heavy backlash for attempting to profit off the day.
Oh, they do that every holiday.
They do that every holiday,
It's
though.
not nothing new.
They're gonna find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh God, this one is hilarious. Here it says, such as Walmart's sole branded Juneteenth ice cream, or when a museum offered Juneteenth watermelon salad. Nigga, what?
Watermelon salad?
That don't even sound fire.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, that's like you pandering too much.
I think that I would say like there's a lot of ignorance involved because it's a fairly new national holiday.
Yeah,
which is understandable. I feel like, I mean, I don't think there's ever a world where they're going to get it right. I think it's up to us as a black community to celebrate how we want to.
Right.
Because if you look at any holiday, whether it's the 4th of July, whether it's Veterans Day or Memorial Day or Christmas or whatever, there's always going to be a commercialization of it because the companies use that as an opportunity to make some money. Like I remember in Bakersfield, there was Obama tacos. At a restaurant here, 44 cent tacos.
Yeah,
so anytime and the mugs was hitting too.
Taco Fresco, was it Fresco?
Yeah, shout out to Obama.
Yeah.
Now you can't get no 44-cent taco nowhere.
So as soon as he got out of office,
that mug went right up. So
I know you love my tacos, but
yeah, but it's that's just the way the world works. I think that there's I think that us as citizens, we have to celebrate these holidays in the way that we want to, because there's always going to be, even during Black History Month, you can go in Target and then there's going to be a bunch of, clothes in a certain section, for Black History Month and stuff like that. I do like, though, I think Target does a thing to where they actually put Black designers in there. So it'll be, even though they have their own section of the store, like the clothes come from and are designed by Black people. So that's the way it works. I think that there's always going to be, there's a lot of white people that don't know anything about Juneteenth and that they don't care to do the research on it. And I think that, like I said, it's fairly new. But it's literally no different than celebrating the 4th of July.
Yep.
It just so happened that it's only a few years in terms of a nationally recognized holiday where there's no school and the banks aren't open and stuff like that. That's fairly new. So, just if you don't want to celebrate a holiday, it literally doesn't affect your life.
No, it's okay.
You can wake up, and just go to work like you need to, and come home and scratch your balls. Like it ain't affecting your day in any way, shape, or form.
I'm not telling white people they need to celebrate Juneteenth either. That's not what I'm definitely not doing that. I'll just say, if you don't want to celebrate it, don't. But the fact that you are offering this fucking think piece about something that you don't even know about,
right?
It's insane. Yeah. I have no objections to any veterans holiday, recognizing veterans. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of veterans are underserved in this country, right? So I'm not opposed to anything, but it's I don't. The only holiday I object to is Columbus. They need to get rid of that shit.
We don't celebrate Columbus holiday though, or Columbus Day. Not as a day off or anything. Nah,
but I mean, him being recognized in a monumental way is a problem. I think they changed it to they had a indigenous something day.
Yeah,
but I think they repealed that. They took that back away.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
That is crazy.
That's nuts. You take all that land from somebody. You give them a little casino here and there.
Dang,
you give them a little casino, that's enough. But we don't want everybody knowing what we really did to y'all.
Yeah,
we don't want everybody knowing about them smallpox blankets that we gave y'all. Some
of them Native Americans is getting to it though.
Yeah, they get into the bag.
Hard Rock casinos and whatnot.
Yeah, I had a conversation with Chief Big Bag.
Chief Big Bag.
He making a lot of money to call him Chief Big Bags. Chief Guapalot.
That's crazy.
I'm making big money over here. We make a lot of money. I can tell. All All right, man. Let's go ahead and move forward. Switching gears. A woman thrown to her death during a bungee jumping in Brazil. This story is making its rounds. It's very sad, actually. It's this young woman. A 21-year-old woman died after being thrown from a 130-foot bridge during a bungee jumping excursion in Lamera, Brazil, when her safety equipment was allegedly not secured. Police have detained 6 people, with 3 men arrested on charges of reckless homicide, and investigation is underway into the operator's credentials and liability. The victim was identified as 21-year-old Maria Eduarda Rodriguez de Friatas. She died on June 13, 2026, after falling from the point of Do Esqueleto, in parentheses, Skeleton Bridge in Lamaria, which is about 130 feet high. God damn. Buddy. That's a decent drop.
Yeah, it is.
Authorities allege her safety harness was not properly attached to the rope during the jump. 6 people were questioned by Lamera police, and 3 men aged 27, 32, and 42 were arrested for homicide involving recklessness. The 3 arrested men are described by their lawyers as experienced bungee jump operators, but officials say the team lacked proper credentials and authorization.
Of course, yeah.
Well, let me explain something. I see foul play, and I'm going to tell you why. Having the bungee connected is the bare minimum. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's always checked. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything. Don't quote me on this. This sounds like a hit, man. This sounds like maybe, I don't know the girl. I don't know what's going on, but when maybe I watched too many mob movies, but maybe she could have been dating somebody involved in said whatever, right? Who knows? I don't know. And maybe somebody had it out for that person, because it doesn't make sense for somebody to be on a bungee cord and just fall flat and just die that way. Now, there's a such thing as people being negligent, but there's 3 people there. So out of the 3 people, nobody caught that bungee was connected.
Yeah. I mean, if they don't have proper credentials, you know, to me it makes sense that they don't know what they're doing, because they don't know what they're doing, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. That's like...
I got to push back on that. There's a guy recently that he didn't have what they consider the proper credentials now, but he became a pilot many years ago, and he flew the plane with safety all those years, but he didn't update to become what they call like a master pilot. I can't remember what it was. I have to find the article.
Yeah.
So they ended up removing him, but he drove for that company for years before he was let go. So all I'm saying is,
that's a little different than this situation.
Not really, because he had many years.
He learned how to fly a plane, though. He knew how to fly a plane. He just didn't update his thing. These people are not qualified to even run that business.
Yeah, but how many times have they been bungee jumping? Just like that guy's been flying planes forever.
But it's different than having an actual... Like, I have a license to fly a plane. It's not updated. These people just going out there and then just letting people jump. No credential at all. Not even back in the day. Yeah, but even without no credentials, how many people have died under their watch? They've probably done enough to make sure that people were safe and have the bungee thing connected. So I'm not giving them out. All I'm saying is like, you become a creature of habit. You do things enough to where even if you're not credentialed properly, you know, hey, this strap goes here, this strap goes here. But how many truck drivers have gotten like terrible accidents because they've been negligent? We just talked about the dude that was like, that didn't hit the brakes, and he was coming down. He didn't go to the brake area, or the escape ramp. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know. People just be making like ridiculous decisions. I think that if there would probably be. I mean, maybe there is. You know, there may be some merit to that story. I think if they do find anything like that out, then it's definitely going to be upgraded to murder instead of like an involuntary manslaughter. Yeah. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that, like, to me, some of those things, like you said, when you're doing these things, you're checking. There's like a what do you call it, like a checking system to right,
you know,
like, oh, I'm gonna check this strap, I'm gonna check this strap, double check this strap, and then we jump. But yeah, it's even kind of weird that they recorded it, or whoever recorded it, and it's just There was no bouncing. It was just like
bam.
Yeah. I also feel weird that that's a thing, like a viral video. Like literally somebody dying and they're just like sending it around Twitter and stuff like that and TikTok.
Oh, well, that's what I mean. We've been losing empathy, and we've been desensitized for many years.
Yeah.
You know, I remember there was a video of this guy. It was just like a fighting video, and once the dude fell on the ground, the other guy kicked him in the head, and he just kept kicking him and kicking him in the head and kicking him in the head and kicking him in the head and kicking him in the head. And it was like, and then the person recording was like, "Ooh, you getting your ass whooped, boy! You getting whooped."
He's killing him, man.
Not realizing that the guy recording is going to be that. What do they consider you, accessory?
Yeah, maybe.
If
he knows the guy.
You're recording the video of a guy getting kicked in his head. And mind you, the guy got punched, hit the back of his head, was already knocked out. And you know when somebody's knocked out and they stiff like this? They're like stiff?
Yeah.
He was kicking him in the head while he was stiff.
Nah, that's too much.
I said that's attempted murder.
Yeah.
And you got it, and you like, yeah, nigga, yeah, that's what you get, fool. Don't fuck with me. And then you bragging in the camera.
And you dead.
You going to jail.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
That's all on video too.
It's all on video. That's why avoid confrontation at all times, because imagine somebody does something, and if you could, like, part of being, some dude just made a video I seen. He said part of being a protector, like a lot of times men feel like being a protector means you need to be violent. Like you need to be violent from a sense of like, I'm gonna whoop your ass if you mess with my wife or my family, right? But they said a real form of being a provider is a protector is non-violent, where you could see a situation where somebody is acting kind of weird, and you like, I need to get my family to safety.
Yeah,
I need to walk them to the car. This guy that's talking shit to me, let me get my wife and kids and let's get out of here. Some people don't do that.
Right.
Some people are like, I ain't going out like no punk, and it's like, that guy could think he punked me. That's fine. I'm gonna go home. Because here's the deal. The guy that think he's punking me, I'm going to go home and live my life, but he's going to go and try that shit with somebody that's not playing games, and they're going to blow his head off. That's how it always works.
Yeah.
That's how it always works, man.
Those type of people.
You going to catch the wrong one. You be like, what's up, bitch? What's up? And he going to get out with that fire, and it's over with.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the time to be playing those games, sir. No.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nope. Yep.
Yeah. But rest in peace to that young woman, man. I think it's unfortunate when you literally are just going to have this, like, it's already a lot of anxiety involved in doing something like that, like bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane or whatever. So she probably was just like thinking about that for a long time and finally decided to do it, and then she just passed away. It's not funny, but it reminds me of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air episode when Hillary's her fiance, I think he proposed to her or asked her to marry him, and it was like recorded on TV, and then he just died. Yeah, it was kind of tragic, but yeah, that's a fortunate situation. So rest in peace to that young woman. Hopefully, they get their proper. They get justice, and I don't even like to call it justice because I don't think it's prison for life is not equal to me. But hopefully, they get their time, and then hopefully the family can get compensated handsomely for her death. So rest in peace to that young woman right there.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to her. Lastly, on that, there's a guy that had a take. He said that the way she passed, that she went excited, probably expecting for the bungee to go back, and then she, like, before she could even get scared, it was over. So it's like, as terrible as that might sound, at least she went out, like, doing something fun.
I think too, like, if anybody's ever in those type of situations, like, it's okay to trust your instincts, you know what I mean, and ask questions. If you walking around and you see something a little off, like, make sure you ask, because that could be the thing that saves your life. Absolutely. Sometimes your gut will tell you something, and you're trying to fight your gut. You need to just get out and leave, because worst come to worst, nothing's going to happen. I'll give this real quick story before we move on and wrap this pod up. But back in 2015, I was working with a trucking company. I won't say who.
and we were out there in Barstow doing a job, and we were headed back, and we had this big van, it was like a bus, like an old bus that we were using to bring all the drivers back, because we would drive out there on location and drop construction material, like dirt and shit like that. So at the end of the week, we were coming back to Bakersfield, and it was raining pretty hard, and the windshield wipers weren't properly working, so the vision was impaired, and it was so bad. And the guy that was driving the bus, I didn't trust him because I didn't trust the way that he drove trucks, like in general. But he was on the bus, like they had him driving the bus back for some reason because we didn't have a person with the passenger's endorsement. And I'm like, I will never drive this bus because I don't have a passenger's endorsement. You got to get somebody else. But this guy drove fast. He drove wild, and it was raining, and his vision was impaired. I was like, I don't trust this motherfucker. So we got off, me and another dude. We got off at Kramer Junction, right there off Highway 58 and Kramer Junction. We got out and we waited for his wife to come pick us up. And everybody was like laughing at us and like, come on, man, why are you getting out? You guys are scared? I was like, nah, man, let me off this bus. They was like, what? You want to get off the bus? You're scared? I was like, just let me off the bus. And they was like, what? So I got off the bus with dude named Tom. And we waited for his wife to come out and get us. I still, to this day, I don't regret that shit.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. They made it back safe.
Oh, I thought he crashed or something.
No, they made it back safe, and they was like laughing like, you didn't want to come. Yeah. And I'm thinking like, I didn't want to die. That's why.
Yeah, it's important to trust your gut, though.
Yeah. Anyways, let's wrap this thing up here soon. All right, switching gears. The San Francisco Giants players that wrote a Bible scripture on their hats during Pride Night. Now, this story is making its rounds.
They're not the first person to do that.
No,
Kershaw did that last year. He did the same thing.
He did. Even oh my God, who was it that put Charlie Kirk on their hat? It was Training. Training put Charlie Kirk on his hat after he passed. All right. MLB now in crosshairs of several top prosecutors. The San Francisco Giants Pride Night scandal explodes across the U.S. Top prosecutors across the U.S. have taken action against Major League Baseball for issuing warnings San Francisco Giants players for displaying Bible verses on their hats during a Pride Night game. After the Department of Justice announced it had opened the probe into the league for its actions, several state attorneys generals said they plan to investigate the MLB's conduct. Florida Attorney General James Utmeyer announced on Saturday morning that he sent an investigative subpoena to the league to determine how their selective enforcement of uniform law rules may discriminate against Christians. It comes after Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway also threatened to open an investigation by forcing players to promote, this is a quote, by forcing players to promote political and religious beliefs that they don't agree with on pain of discipline. MLB is betraying a core tenet of American law and civic culture, Hanaway said. On Thursday, DOJ Assistant Attorney General Harmit Dillon announced that her office referred the matter to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission for investigation. Okay, look. This is what I'm going to do here, because I got to break this down. They're Christian, and more than likely they're conservative, right? So I don't think they should have to wear pride hats. However, I don't think that the same people that don't want to wear pride hats should tell people that they need to stand for the flag. Think about that. Like the same people that are telling you, hey, look, I don't want to wear this, that's fine. And if they feel like it goes against their Christian beliefs, that's fine. But those same people will turn around and say it's un-American when you don't stand for the flag, and they didn't want Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. So you really gotta. It's more nuanced than like they're making Christians do gay stuff and they don't want to do gay stuff. I also think the gay community or the LGBT community should be open-minded as well. That their life or their, I don't want to say their lifestyle, how do you put it? Their existence is not going to be agreed upon by everybody. Right? That's just how life works. So I don't think that you could just label them homophobic. They're like, they're homophobic. And it's like, I don't know about that. I don't know if they're all homophobic. I just think that personally, I think the league is not supporting LGBT community for authentic reasons, in my opinion, number one. Mm-hmm. I think that it's backhanded, backhanded pandering in a way. Mm-hmm. And I think that they're trying to just expand their audience.
Right.
And I think it has nothing to do with actually supporting LGBT. So I would implore people from the LGBT community to not read too deeply into this and go where you're celebrated. Because the truth of the matter is, like, you don't want to be in a place where people are forcibly celebrating LGBT. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because it's like me going, it's like me and Keith, we want to go to a Juneteenth event around people that disagree with Juneteenth. I want to be at a place where everybody is on the same playing field when it comes to Juneteenth. Like, if we go to an event that's like a a cookout and it's like a Juneteenth celebration. Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to a place where like a lot of people are having disagreements about what Juneteenth means.
Yeah. That's like us in Bakersfield going to like Oildale and being like, "Hey guys, come out here to celebrate Juneteenth."
Yeah, it's like, leave them alone.
That's not the place to
They don't got to celebrate Juneteenth. Mm-hmm. They could just say, "Hey, look here, okay? Yeah. Leave me alone. Let me do my meth. Just leave me alone."
We just had the conversation about like us not caring if somebody else celebrates Juneteenth.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's okay for, you know, the LGBT plus community to kind of move in that same fashion. If there's no like hate or discrimination, or there's no like body getting harmed in any sort of way, like you could just like take it on the chin, no pun intended.
Whoa.
I just think
Pride Night like a mug.
So I looked that up. So training, he said, this is a quote from him. He said, "I straight up asked Clayton last year, did they call you when you put on your hat? He said no." So they showed, like I said last year, Kershaw was wearing the hat with the thing on there. And basically the thing is from Genesis, where basically God said he's not going to flood the world anymore. And then they used the rainbow as a symbol to recognize that. So I think that, to me, I don't know. I feel like they're in all honesty, I feel like they're probably uncomfortable with like promoting that, especially them, you know, being Christian. And I'm not even going to make it sound like, oh, they're hypocrites. They probably do other things, but just their belief in, you know, in God and in the Bible and stuff like that. And they may not necessarily agree with, you know, the pride of it or the promotion of that community. And I think that's fine. It's their religious beliefs, and I think that there's other versions of that where it could be more discriminatory, if that makes sense. Like there are, you know, quotes in the Bible about, you know, gay people or like same-sex marriage. Yeah. I mean, not same-sex and stuff like that. So I think that if they wanted to be like disrespectful, I could see a world like where that happens. But I think this is like I consider it a protest, but it's like a soft protest.
And it's almost like letting you know, like, they're not choosing like hateful scriptures either. Mm-hmm. But they're like letting you know, look, I don't agree with this. Mm-hmm. Like, they're just letting you know, I don't agree with this. Mm-hmm. That's basically the point of this, in my opinion. I think that that's all it is. I don't think that it's even a protest.
I don't even, somewhat of like, I won't agree with this, but more so like, I'm going to promote this in a way that I feel comfortable, which is I'm promoting the Bible, which is like, so I feel like the Major League Baseball is going to have a fight on their hands, because one, you're dealing with religion. You know, it's literally a Bible verse on that. And then two, you're dealing with an aspect of Christianity that is pretty clear. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty clear that they don't allow, you know, X, Y, and Z inside of the religion. And then you're also making like these Major League Baseball players wear something that that they probably don't want to. Like, I don't see the MLB coming on top in this.
I don't think. I'm gonna be real with you. I think that for Pride Night, they should allow fans to display how they feel about the LGBT. Fans should be able to hold signs and all of that, but the players should not change their jerseys at all. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't be forced to change their jerseys. That's just my opinion, simply because I can't say every cause we support. So imagine you're a black player and you've heard some things that Charlie Kirk said that that you interpreted as like, hey, this is racist. Mm-hmm. And then they have Charlie Kirk night. They're making you wear something that he would wear, or his name is all over your jersey. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I don't want this dude on my jersey.
Right. Yeah.
So like, you got to think about it like these things can happen. So the MLB is dealing with the Christianity side of it and the LGBT community. So they got a lot going on. Mm-hmm. I hope they didn't think they could just pander to the LGBT community and that was just going to be the end of the story.
Right.
That's not how it goes. Mm-hmm. I think that they should have jerseys available for fans. I think they should have banners available for fans. All of that, but let the fans do that.
Yeah.
A lot of times there's certain things, like there's certain jerseys and stuff that are there. Like I don't know if they have a Black History Month jersey. I don't know if they do or not.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know they do a lot with like Jackie Robinson and stuff like
yeah.
that, which is a version of that.
Yeah, they have Jackie Robinson. Everybody wears 42 that day, which is dope.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
But like,
I would say for me, even like, I don't know like what the rules are, and I know that they're getting backlash from putting the scripture on the baseball hat, but I'm a person that's like I'm a person that's more like I treat everybody equal. You know what I mean? Like I like even at school, like I'm not necessarily a person that has like a pride flag in my classroom and things of that nature. But any kid that is gay or any lesbian or anything like that, like I just show them, I treat them with love. Like I feel like that's like what I'm comfortable doing.
Right.
But there are some teachers that have, like pride flags in their rooms or like inclusion or coexist, like all those logos and stuff like that, which is cool. That's good for them. I just think for me and what I'm kind of comfortable with doing, like that's kind of what that looks like. But I'm also a person that like, I never really was like I didn't have like Black Lives Matter shirts and things like that. Like I'm a person that didn't even do that either. So yeah, I feel like it should be okay to do what people are comfortable with. I think a better version of this for baseball, and like I said, I don't know the rules if they're making them wear it or whatever, but I feel like if I'm the Major League Baseball, I would probably just tell them to wear their regular hat. Like, okay, don't put your scripture on there, and you don't necessarily have to wear this this rainbow color hat, but just don't. Just wear your normal Giants hat, wear your normal Dodgers hat or whatever, so that we don't have any issues. You know what I mean? There would probably be some backlash with them just wearing their regular hat as well, but I think it looks a little less harsh than like remixing the rainbow for the sake of the Bible scripture and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. And also, you know what? I could be wrong about when it comes to like the Black history, or there was a team wearing Negro League jerseys. I can't remember who it was. I think they were wearing the grays, but I'll look it up. But I feel like those things, I don't really see people fighting back on that, like, or giving that much pushback in baseball.
Yeah, but to me, it's a little different, right? It's a little different. It's hard to compare race to sexuality.
True.
So I think that's where a lot of that comes in at.
Let me see. I'm gonna check right now. Black History Major League jerseys. Let's see here. Oh, it's got something here. Major League Baseball officially celebrates Black History through commemorative Negro League. Oh, they do. Commemorative Negro League throwback uniforms, annual Jackie Robinson's Day celebrations, and special team Black Heritage theme game jerseys. Yep, I knew it.
The teams actually play with them?
Yeah, they put the jersey, like, it'll be like the grays. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I've seen it a couple times, and I was like, oh, wow. Like, this is crazy. I will say this. I think that you can believe in something without having to like be a billboard for it.
Right.
Like that, like you mentioned, you don't got Black Lives Matter, you don't got those Democrats, like you don't got none of that in there. Like you're Keith Fingers, you're a human being. You're not just a political party or whatever it is. And I think that we've been so used to being a bumper sticker or a billboard for what we believe in.
Yeah.
Or what we subscribe to. And I don't think they should have to do that. I think that they fucked up because I just don't feel like it was authentic. I don't feel like it's authentic that you make a Dodger hat with the rainbow in it and for the fans. I don't even think that the LGBT community believes it.
That's what I want to hear somebody from the LGBT plus community. Like, what do you think about it? Is it something that, like, because a lot of times, like, you have like people that are in an uproar, but like the actual community is not really tripping about certain things. So I'd be curious to know, like, you know, what do those people think about this? Do they care that they got the Bible scripture on there? Some people, you know, there are some people that are also Christian that are, you know, from the LGBT plus community. Yep. So, you know, maybe they're like, oh, it's fine. You know, that's just kind of how it boils down. Yes. But I seen the thing you're talking about. You got like the San Francisco Sea Lions. So it looks like 2020. It says, now when you look at this uniform, you may think, wait, it doesn't look like a sea lion, blah, blah, blah. And it said, you'd be right. The Sea Lion actually bought their uniforms from the semi-pro team named the Cubs, but that didn't mean the team was going to change its name. It doesn't show what professional team like wore those, but yeah, it does have. There's a bunch of teams: St. Louis Stars, Chicago American Giants,
the Grays,
pinstripes, the Baltimore Elite Giants. So yeah, they have the different uniforms, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is dope. I'm looking at it right here. The uniforms is baggy too.
They have some interesting names. Indianapolis Clowns.
Damn.
Birmingham Black Barons. That's what team.
The Baltimore Beef Briskets. I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start naming Negro League teams just off the top of the head.
Kansas City Monarchs. Homestead Grays.
The Tennessee Tacos.
Detroit Stars. Detroit Stars got a clean uniform.
I see it right here. Is it the one with the blue in the middle?
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be the original?
That's what it looks like.
It's Detroit with orange with the R in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it right now. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope. Good stuff, man.
All right, man. Well, look, for all those that made it to the end of this one here, first of all, happy Father's Day. Right?
Yes, sir. Shout out to all the fathers out there.
And if you're not a father, then you probably just got your girlfriend pregnant. So
yeah,
it probably happened today. You got pregnant today.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, if you made it to the end of this episode, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy Cake Things.
We're out of here.
Peace.